who can't join us today because she is helping her children and she has really poor reception. And I think some of our Kenyan family can relate to poor reception at this time. So she's not unavailable. She's just not able to connect with us. So she sends her incredible love to everybody. And I want you to know that we are here to serve you this morning. And we have practitioners on board that are holding that sacred space for each and every one of us. So if you are here for the first time, and I see a couple of you here for the first time, you have arrived in what we are calling Froggy Friday. Froggy Friday stands for frog, the full realization of God. And when our sweet sister Connie transitioned, she had said to us, I'm just going to change back so I can see everybody. She had said to us, whenever you see a frog, whenever you see the word frog, think of me. So full realization of God, Froggy Fridays. And doing church for us online is a new way for all of us. So thank you for joining and giving us your time as we are attempting to provide nourishment for the soul and music and heart and laughter and sharing and spontaneous, just feel good life moments. So this is Froggy Friday, and all of you joining us are the Kenya spiritual community. And after seeing everything that's been done this week in the office with Nancy and her warriors, I know we are a community that is dedicated to revealing and celebrating love and inspiration through the power of using your mind. Just like Lamech said, he got up and said, I'm just going to be well today. And we get to create our own lives that we want. So thank you for being willing to hang out with us this morning or evening where you are. So we push back our time so everyone can be comfortable and traveling home from work and having dinner and giving yourself enough time to replenish yourself as you join us here, my morning, your evening. So thank you, thank you. And I want you to know, joining me this morning is Reverend, she's to my left, and the Reverend Pat Davies is waving to you now. She is supporting me with all of the tech stuff today. And so what I'd love for you to do right now is, if you have all of your little pockets and boxes, if you can see everyone, just wave to everyone and extend a virtual hug or a kiss. And just know that we are welcoming each other as neighbors, as family, and we're welcoming each other in this moment, in this life. And we're saying happy, happy day. So hello, everyone. So here at CSL Kenya, we do deep inner personal work of self-discovery and healing to reveal a greater truth of our divinity, which includes our wholeness and our freedom. And today, I want us to focus on life, but not just the same old existing day out, day in, same old, same old. I want us to rise above that mundane of mediocrity and recognize and feel the ecstasy of the extraordinary brilliance about the joy of living an abundant life. Yes? And some might say to me, sister, what do you mean, the joy of living an abundant life? I'm gonna tell you, we all know how vast an ocean can be, yeah? It's huge, right? When we stand on the shore and we look out, it goes on forever and ever and ever and on and on. So what I mean is spirit, God, universal mind, infinite wisdom, life, abundant life is that sweet, sweet ocean of love. And what it is inviting us to do, each of us, me, you, all of us, each of us here, it's inviting everyone to come to its shore and feel its never-ending joy and supply of an abundant life. So I want to invite you to feel the soul connection, that soul devotion that you yourselves are creating on this day for your life. Are you open to that? Give me a thumbs up. All right. All right. Yes. All right. So let's set that intention then, as we do all things, to set the foundation, as I invite Reverend Pat to give us an opening treatment for this moment. Reverend Pat?
Okay, just taking a moment. I'll just invite you just to breathe in, just to breathe into this time, into this space, trusting and knowing that life itself goes far beyond this experience. And so right here and right now, I speak my word for myself and for all of those present, listening right now, listening to the recording. And I open to the possibility that all that is necessary is present right here, right now, for the perfect unfoldment of life itself. In this very moment, I invite you to turn within and align yourself with the one power, the one presence, that power for good that is always present, always available, through all time, through all space. In this moment, I am rooted in spirit, which is forever and ever renewing itself through all of life, including me, including each one of us. Spirit is the ultimate reality of all that is. It is that which guides me and directs me. And so from this receptive place, I trust this perfect goodness. I trust that I am living in love and joy. I am open to what I know to be the truth. I know there is an opportunity in every moment to see through new eyes. And so I see through my limited perceptions and beliefs to see the truth in everyone, in everything, in every place. I let go of my old ways, knowing I am powerfully transformed by embracing my divinity. And I rise up to new levels of compassion, love, and joy. I let go of all that no longer serves me. I seek to live a life that does not know where I end and another begins.
Ooh,
We are all one.
thank you, God.
Right here and right now, I recognize spirit as the energy of creation, and that each one of us is an embodiment of the living spirit. We are truly the living form made manifest of spirit itself. Right here and right now, we are awake, we are alive, we are immortal and eternal. As a beloved community, we fully recognize we are all connected. We are all one. I am, you are, we are the action of spirit and motion. We are all one. I know this service unfolds in absolute perfection, expanding our individual knowingness of life as an experience of the infinite whole. I speak these words with an open heart full of gratitude, knowing there is only one thing going on, and that is the power and presence of spirit, and that power is a power for good, and I use it consciously.
Thank you,
I am
God.
thankful to be renewed right here and right now. And so I gently release my word, just allowing it to be so. And I invite you to join with me by declaring, and so it is.
So it is. Woo!
And so it is.
Oh, beautiful treatment, beautiful treatment. I see Nancy and Christopher have joined us, and Agnes. Welcome, welcome. Nancy, I was just singing your praise about the office a minute ago. So grateful for everyone. If you want to cue that first song there, Pat, this song that we're going to sing together is easy and it's quick, and it was written by my husband, Neil Clausen. You all met him at the conference if you were there. It's called Instrument of Love. There it is. Thank you. Next one, please. I am an instrument of love. I am an instrument of love. It comes to me, it flows through me to light up the world. I am an instrument of love. I am an instrument of peace. I am an instrument of peace. It comes to me and it flows through me to light up the world. I am an instrument of peace. I am an instrument of joy. I am an instrument of joy. It comes to me and it flows through me to light up the world. I am an instrument of joy. I am an instrument of joy. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. So if you are ready to become that instrument by stepping into the greater yet to be, then join with me in consciousness of an abundant life this afternoon, this morning, this evening, this day. And not just life, but an abundant life. Abundance is everywhere. Joy exists everywhere. And I want to recognize it. I want to feel that contentment, that fulfillment that is now mine to choose, mine and yours to choose. So I want you just to tease yourself this morning with the endless possibilities of freedom, joy, abundance in your own life. Ask yourself the question, what needs to be awakened, or what needs to blossom, or what requires trimming or to be cut down in order to allow you to grow into an even more abundant, blessed life. You got to ask yourself through this teaching of Science of Mind that we share here at CSL Kenya, through meditation, through affirmative prayer, which you just heard Reverend Pat give it a beautiful treatment. We do it through visioning. We've done it through chanting, even yoga, reflective exercises, silent walks in your quiet space. You can just touch your own inner core of that perfect wholeness, that radiant joy, and that deep, peaceful feeling of contentment, because these are the sacred tools, I want you to know, required for the whole soul devotion and the journey of nurturing your soul. This is what's exactly required. But remember, before you even begin to think about this journey, and it is a journey, because life is a marathon, it ain't no sprint. I'm here to testify. Before you even think about beginning this journey, you must be aware of who you are. And when you realize who you are, you have taken that first step. You can't see me, but I just took a step. Can't see the feet. I should show that. We should do a full body one next time. And if you were to ask me, Barb, who are you? I would say, well, I'm the face of God. And if I were to ask you, who are you? I would know that you would respond to me in, I am the face of God. Can we sing that? This was a song that I know the kids in Britain School used to sing too, all the time with Connie. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. I see the face of God. This song brings to me that we as family together, as spiritual family, we go through this journey together, and we are all the face of God on this journey. I am connected to you, even through blocks on Zoom, and you are connected to me. We are all part of this amazing journey called life, this abundant life. And this journey of life, with all of its trials and tribulations, traveling through all of these things that we go through, the opinions, the beliefs or concepts, the diagnosis, the setups, the breakups, the makeups, all this stuff, in the midst of all that there is a beating heart. And that beating is life, and that is spirit in each and every one of us. And it's a whispering, and it's telling us, you are sharing the face of God with it always. It has always been there, all the time, through all of it. And I love this beautiful awakening in this song written by Karen Drucker, Face of God, this awakening, this awareness. And it gets me to thinking, you mean to tell me that it's been here the whole time, through all of my chaos, through all of my struggles, through all of this stuff? Spirit has been here the whole time, in me, through me, as me, for me, through it all? I just want to say, maybe I need to speak a little louder next time. Spirit needs to speak a little bit louder and a little bit closer so I don't forget. Do you ever forget that you are the face of God? Do you forget? I forget. But it still is with us. When I'm in my chaos, when I'm in my pain, that's when I need to go to Spirit and get closer and closer, just like Lamech was talking about. I'm just going to say it like it is, just like it is. I am well, I am blessed. And Spirit says yes. So what a beautiful awareness. What a wonderful awakening when we begin to realize that we are never alone. The great I am has always, in all ways, been with us, always, through all of it, through all of it. I have loved you with an everlasting love, is what it says in the Bible. And I love the awareness that we are not alone. And what a beautiful confirmation the face of God is. And we are in this thing called life together, folks. And together, we are experiencing spiritual living through transformation and evolution. And I feel that we are evolving, whether we recognize it or even accept it. That's just going to happen. It's just going to be the way it is. That's how evolution works. It's a given. But in order to transform, we must be aware. And today, as we talk about the joy of living, the joy, I just love that word. Just say that word with me where you are, joy. Just say joy. It feels good just to, it feels good just to say that word, and you say it and it puts a smile on your face, right? So as a singer, as a vocalist, the OA sound is one of our most open positions when we sing. So as you say the word, I'm going to invite you to say the word joy again. Feel how your throat opens, joy. Feel how your throat opens and recognize your awareness around that openness. Speaking of the joy of living, this is the same awareness in the feeling as we open to transformation. You understand? So to demonstrate, just feel what happens to you when you simply take a breath, whether your mouth is closed or open. Feel what happens to you inside of your mouth. Take a breath, go ahead. Your soft palate is lifting inside your mouth. It is creating space to allow sound to come out of your mouth. And I just want you to be aware of that feeling of the opening, that sensation of breathing, which keeps us alive, obviously. And it's created space inside of us when we do it. When we acknowledge that space, that breath within, we are reminded of the love that is within us all the time. Meditation is awareness of the breath. To accommodate transformation, awareness is key. Awareness is vital. The clarity, setting the visions. We were just singing earlier, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. We were singing that song earlier because we just thought we had not a clear vision, but I could see everything through our beautiful lens So I can see clearly now, just thinking about that song and what we sang this morning, it brings me joy. And because I realize that I'm chatting with you here, it's the eyes. It's the eyes that we see with. And they are so mystical, but they can be so deceiving. And we can find ourselves caught up in so many things. And we find ourselves caught up in the illusion and the mire that sometimes life brings, that we forget that there was and there is this presence and power with us all the time, whispering, you are the face of God. And we can forget that from time to time. There's so much more than just meets the eye. And we forget because we get wrapped up in the figures and the opinions and the concepts, name it, it goes on and on and on, the stuff, that we forget what lies within us and that there's so much more. We are so magnificent. We are so amazing. And that's part of the abundance that I was speaking of. So when you begin to see who you really are, all you can say is, wow. All you can say is, wow, because we are in such awe of life, just simply life. And when you see who you really are, the face of God, we take out that stigma, that illusion that there is anything less than this great whole part of the world, of the globe, of the universe that we are part of. Now, a minute ago, I had you say the word joy with me, sounding it out loud. And how simple speaking and allowing even a sound to come from you, how that can create such joy. And maybe even an opening and a feeling of extraordinary abundance and feeling, just feeling that breath move through you. And that tune, the tune, Face of God, it is a reminder for me, for all of us, and we can continue to remember that the omnipresence of God is with us always. We are never, ever, ever alone. And we have opportunities to witness the face of God in everyone here. And then when we are open to it, we begin to recognize and acknowledge and experience that love. And that's the thing that's going to keep us going on and on. Not just in our own families, not just in our businesses, in our spiritual community. And then we get to share it and we become the teacher, like Lamech was just sharing. You know, Connie said, there is no past, there's just present. I love that you shared that this morning, Lamech. And these are the conversations that when you sign on a little early for this Froggy Friday, you're going to hear some of the great things that we're sharing this morning too. So I want to share with you a story. Some of you know that I'm a grandma of 4 grandbabies, and we had them this past week for 3 days. We had some special times together. It's one of the highlights of my life. And I'm trying to make my time with them more memorable and more valuable, because when you're a parent and you have them, often you're tired and you're worn out and you can't be there 100% with your grandbabies. So, when you're a parent, you're tired, but when you're a grandparent, you have more energy. So I had my grandbabies in the car. I had them trapped. They couldn't get out. I had them captive. So they can't run away from Grammy. And I wanted to try to give them some of what I'm calling life lessons, actually, to support them one day in life when they get older. So it's the kind of lessons that I tried to give my own babies when, like I said, when they were babies. But those parents out there know that it's exhausting. It's a busy time in your life as a parent. Yes? Yes. But as I mentioned, as a Grammy, I get to be 100% present with them. Plus, through this teaching, I've learned how to be totally present in all areas and aspects of my life. I didn't have these tools when I was younger. That's why I'm trying to give them to my grandbabies now. So anyway, I digress. Monday, we were driving, and I decided the life lesson I would share with them would actually be a conversation that inspired and sparked this talk with you today about a life that is abundant. And as you are all well aware, if you want to know what you want to be when you grow up, or you want some great ideas, all you need to do is to talk to children, because they're full of them. They'll tell you what you should be when you grow up, because they have an abundant array of ideas of what they want to be. Anyway, I asked them, do you know what abundance means? And to my surprise, they did. My grandson said to me, well, it means that we have everything that we need, not just like stuff, not just stuff, but we have good health and a place to live and family. These are his words. He's 10. My granddaughter, who's 6, said, well, she's truly one of a kind. She said, when I have candy, I'm abundant, Grandma. So, you know, not the way I was going, but in summary, they both kind of got it, because abundance is everything, having everything we need, not necessarily everything we want. It's brilliant. I asked my grandson, where did he learn that from? You know what he said? Africa. Because my son and his wife bring their children and they travel around the world and they support others. And he learned abundance in Africa. They have been exposed to what abundance looks like just simply because we have life and because we can come together here, even at his young age. So I asked them if we could begin to create a list that was a reflection of our personal abundance. And we made it kind of like a game. And we took turns adding to the list. And I was slayed when my grandson said, it's the very air we breathe. The topic of conversations that we had with them, being 4 years old, 6 years old, and 10, went from bananas to apples, to nature, to toys. And this coming from the mouth of babes. We had tons of items that were listed. And as the day went on, we added to the list. And when we continued the conversation at dinner, because the day happened in between, my grandson said that he had been thinking about this throughout the day. And he said, Grandma, love is abundant. I'm telling you, I love my food. My thighs don't lie. I put down my fork, my knife and fork, and I praise their awareness and their brilliance. I was so moved by it, so moved by it. And as we continued chatting, I asked them, can you give me a time when you felt that you didn't have abundance in your lives? And their answer was no. He said to me, some people don't have food, some people don't have water, but when they have the love of God, they are abundant. Again, I will say, wow. I was in awe. So you heard me say earlier that when you begin to see and accept and be who you really are, all you can say is, wow. These kids get it. They know that it is their natural state of beingness. The abundance of life is everywhere. We live in an abundant universe. Let's not fool ourselves and let's not be deceived. We live in a powerful, abundant universe. So this morning, afternoon, evening, this day, I'm inviting you, I'm asking you to take another look. This day, I'm asking you to look again. And this day, I'm asking you to ask yourself the right questions. I want you to know that I've started taking a second look, and I've had to ask myself some really hard, challenging questions. Not only is this true, I've had to ask myself, but why am I holding on to these old ideas or thoughts? These are tough questions. You know, these are the things that we become entrenched in that's preventing us from living an abundant life. And maybe you can think of a time or a situation where you're holding on so tight. This attitude of this being my story and I'm stuck to it. What are the benefits of sticking to this story? We have to ask ourselves, where did it originate? And where did it come from? So I had to question myself, deep, painful questions. So now I'm willing to discard, to eradicate and erase, because there's so much more fun, so much more joy, so much more music to be created, so much more life to be lived, so much more. We often spend much of our time hanging out in things, thinking thoughts that have absolutely no benefit. You know what I'm talking about? Let me know I'm not alone. They have no benefit. So we spend so much time fighting, trying to set it right, the world, when our goal should be to see it right. I can see clearly now, the pain is gone. So we spend so much time caught up in this illusion, and these eyes are only the lens. It's the mind that sees, and the mind has been conditioned. It has been conditioned, my sweet brothers and sisters, projections from our backgrounds, our cultural projections. It's been tainted, so to speak. It's been mired with our upbringing, our opinions, our ideas of what we see, we believe. There is so much more to us. I want God to use me. Use me, oh God. I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I want to be that instrument. I want to see beyond the physical sight. Use me that I might see the entire universe, that I might see the abundance on the planet, because I can't see it necessarily with these eyes. I want to see through God's eyes. My grandchildren see with the eyes of God, brand new, fresh eyes. That's why kids have all those ideas. They haven't been tainted. They haven't been shot down. They haven't been, told you can't do this, you can't have this. No, 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 no. They have those ideas. They have them. So we've got to untrain our negative thoughts, our limited thinking, and the life that we live then becomes something far more. And we get to take a second look. We get to take a second look. We get to see with clear eyes. We get to envision Spirit's idea of what we're witnessing, what we're seeing. We're letting go of the conditions. We're letting go of the limitations. So I want to reconsider the gifts of this Friday evening, Friday day, Friday afternoon, this glorious moment, whatever day our live streamers are going to watch it on, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Reconsider the gifts of this gathering, or watching the sunset over an ocean. Remember the very first time? Or sitting in your car, or walking down the street, or sitting at your table with your children or grandchildren and just simply being love. Just simply being that instrument of love yourself. So before I leave you this morning, before we wrap this portion up, I'd like to read a quote by Ernest Holmes as our inspiration and affirmation. Can we bring that up? And we can all read this together. I will read it out aloud. Wake up. Your word is all powerful. Your consciousness is one with omnipotence. Your thought is infinite. Your destiny is eternal, and your home is everlasting heaven. Realize the truth. I am living in a perfect universe. It always was perfect and always will be perfect. That's from our Creative Mind magazine, written by Ernest Holmes. If you can take the snapshot of that in your mind, thank you, Pat, and allow yourself to remember the truth, to know the truth, to be the truth, you allow yourself to unfold into that world of abundance that is everywhere present. And it might not look like you think it looks like. It might not be that thing that you're hoping to get. So pray, treat, to pay attention, to recognize when those gifts of abundance show up to you. Treat to recognize all of those little things that you didn't even know were the thing that you were needing, because it's what you need, it's not what you want. And so this is what I know right here, right now. God is enough for me, and I want to ask you the question as we leave, is it enough for you? So I have a couple of announcements to make. Stay with us. I have a couple of announcements. We have 2 discovery classes this month on September 20th and 27th. I don't know the times, but those are the dates. Discovery class is an opportunity for all those people in your family, your workmates, your community are like, how come your life is so great? How come there's a glow about you? There's something different happening to you. Where did you learn that? What are you doing different? You can bring them to the discovery class, and that's their introduction of science of mind. And you can come and sign on again too to get reacquainted and tap into all that is available to us here at the center. So by a show of hands, will you bring some family and friends to the discovery class on either September 20th or 27th? Let's have some accountability. Yes, Lamech, yes. Yes, yes, Christine, thank you. All right, that's fantastic. And our center is growing. I want you guys to know that we have a teen group that runs Saturdays. We have a young adults group, and we're working on a children's group. There is so much going on in our center. I'm so proud of us. And Nancy has been building up the office, as I said, with her team of warriors. We've got all of the books that are getting organized. It's just magnificent what's happening. And there's growth, so much growth going on behind the scenes as we all support you as well, our community, our spiritual community. We're holding meetings and board meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings so that we can make sure that we continue to come together as a community, a spiritual community. And what I'd love to do right now is open up the floor to see if anybody has any questions of me. I'll put on my glasses so I can read. I see there's a chat. I am the face of God. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, you are the face of God, beautiful one. So you can unmute yourself as you'd like to speak. If you have any questions about what I said, about abundance, about joy. So next week, I want to direct you to, I'm writing a blog. Every other week, Reverend Gwen and I write a blog, and we put it on cslkenya.org. So start directing traffic to there. These talks will be posted as well. So please start directing traffic there. And we have a Facebook page. Thank you, Kara. Thank you. We have a Facebook page. And I'd like to see a lot more people on this time. We pushed it back a couple of hours because we took a poll last time and you said it was hard to get home from work and, you know, restore your personal comfort. I'd love to see a lot more people. Do you find value in this? That's a question I have. Do you find value in this moment together? Donna? Yeah, because I'd love to see us coming together more often in this fashion. It's kind of not Sunday, but it's our Sunday church service. Trying to take it to church. Any questions? Did I hear someone?
I was saying that I love everything about it. Actually, it keeps us running and reframing our lives, knowing that abundance is ours, and living into that truth of knowing I, as my personally, that abundance is me. You know, I keep on asking myself that some years back, I used to struggle a lot in terms of finances, but nowadays I just know finances, they're just energy. The energy comes each and every time when it is needed. So, like, my mind has really changed, and I'm loving because the energy should serve me. I'm God. Wow. Yep.
That is powerful and so true, Lamech. Thank you for that share. It's so true. And it is energy, and it is there to serve us. I love that's magnificent. You are the face of God, brother. Cherie, thank you for, oh, Christine.
Uh, I love this connection because it's really good, and it brings us together, and I just love the energy. But today what has really touched me, and it has really come in a really an amazing way, is when you say that, do you know what abundant mean? And then when your grandson or your granddaughter say that having everything we need, not everything that we want, because that makes sense, because you have to identify what is a need and what is a want. So abundance is just everything that we need. And the way Lamek has just put it, it is energy. And this energy is here to serve us, because we are God. We are one with God. We are connected to the source, not to the resource. So once you identify that we are connected to this source of good, this source which is God, then everything is just amazing.
Yes, yes, I agree. Thank you. From the mouth of babes, and they teach us constantly, right? Sherry, did you have something to add?
Well, I am loving seeing all of you guys. My sweet Christine, I miss you. And Nancy, is that the Nancy that's Mark's Nancy?
She can tell us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's Mark's mom.
Oh, sweet Nancy. It's just so wonderful to be in this energy field with all of you. And it just helps us to be connected, and it's such a beautiful thing to remember about joy, how important that is in the energy of our lives. This is just so beautiful, and I couldn't be more pleased to like being here with you guys.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I love being with us too. I do too. It's been an incredible few months since Connie transitioned, but I feel her presence like every day. And when I have meetings right now, I wish I could show you, there's a picture of Connie in my corner of my screen that I have that stands with her. So she stands with us. She is with us. And that energy, she is part of that energy. And Gwen and I were talking this morning that now she's behind the veil, on the other side of the veil, giving different support and energy, you know, always present. Yeah. And that's part of our abundance. And that's part of our we're never, ever alone, you know? Reverend Pat, do you have anything to share?
Life is good. I love the reminders of being the face of God, the reminder of joy. I was going to go, I have a little sign over on my wall that says joy. I was going to go and grab it and hold it up, because it's always there, just out of the corner of my eye. I catch it every now and then. And yes, and abundance is absolutely everywhere present. And right now my life is full of grandchildren, which is, yeah, they say the smartest, most intelligent, most insightful, most innocent, most honest things. And they constantly remind me about being present, being in the moment, and just being in that full experience of life, that full realization of God.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to be here as well.
Fantastic. So I hope that everybody, there's one more thing I want to share with everyone. We were online this morning with Reverend Beth and Reverend Gerd, and they're having a conference October 3rd through 6th that all of our people are invited to come to, free of charge. Free of charge. Here's the information here. I know it says suggested donation, but our students and our community can attend. Lisa Ferrero, who's a wonderful vocalist, will be participating. Jim Lockhart's one of my mentors, my teachers, just profoundly brilliant. And this is kind of your time what word am I looking for? This has the same time frame as you guys do, as Kenya does. So thank you for that. Oh, I don't know what's happening. It kind of took something. There we go. It's, yeah, so we'll post that somehow. That we'll post them and we'll put it on our website, and we'll send it out to you via WhatsApp if you're connected to our classes and things like that. So we would love for you to join us. Reverend Gwen and I are going to be participating in some ways, and we'll also recognize and honor Reverend Connie. Now it's 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 4 days. I don't know the exact times of those days, and you certainly don't have to attend the full conference. But if you go onto their website, they've told me, and I have not had a chance to do that yet because I came straight onto this next Zoom. There's a breakdown of sessions and things like that as well. So I see Donna's like, yes, yes.
So you're going to attach that poster and showing us how to connect and everything after the meeting here, so we all have access to it.
You can write
on
down
the CSL website. Sorry.
We will post it. But
Yeah.
if Pat, if you show it again, if you will write down the website yourself and do your own investigations as well, Donna, and we will post it. But
If you just Google like CSL Geneva, you'll be able to find their website.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
And it'll show up on WhatsApp. It'll be on the website. We have time. It's October 3rd. It begins. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and this was our first meeting with them, so we've been able to finally connect. So we're so grateful for that. Mm-hmm. Well, once again, Reverend Gwen sends her regrets that she cannot be here. I am so grateful for all of you joining. Oh, Sherry just posted it to CSL Kenya. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry, I keep calling her Sherry. I've got a friend that's Sherry. Sherry Hansen, so I'm getting it backwards. So she just posted that for you, Donna. Is there anything else that we need to share? Anything else we want to ask a question of? I hear someone. I am so grateful that you are all here to join us this morning. My heart is just filled with gratitude this morning, this evening, this day. And I want you all to be well, be blessed, and know that you are a gift to us. So go forth and shine the love and light that you each are. Step into your abundance and be brilliant. Goodbye, everyone. We can stop recording. So long. Have a great day.
Bye. Bye.